Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be doing a build and showcase for Chevreuse. Now this character is very interesting. Very unique and cool in that she has a musket. And that alone was enough. Oh, there she is, bringing it out. Perfectly timed. Pay an actor. It's a very unique skill. Only comparable to Navia's weird shotgun thing. And Mika's crossbow. However, it doesn't do as much damage as Navia's shotgun, but it is much cooler because muskets are just infinitely cooler. The sounds, the design, everything about them, the long range and all that. Very unique, very cool. Not only that, she is pyro support, pyro and electro support in the form of overload, as well as a healer. So she's got a lot going on for her. There's a lot of interesting aspects of her. So to get started, as you can see, she is level 90. Details, yeah, level 90. She's got 24,000 HP. Yeah, 24,000, and our crit damage is 52 over 211, which pretty solid stuff. Anything over 50 is decent enough for me. Critting more than half the time is it's pretty good. I won't complain about it. I hope you won't. I won't. 130 recharge is like okay. When it comes to energy recharge for some characters, I don't mind that much because we have Raiden Shogun on the team. Her energy recharge could be -12. It wouldn't matter. Raiden Shogun is just gonna. She's gonna give us so much energy that we should invest it somewhere else, like a YouTube channel. And for our weapon, we have a level 90 Staff of Homa, because it actually increases HP, which is good for some of her healing stuff and whatnot. And it's got crit damage, high attack, high crit damage, high attack, and it gives a damage bonus if she's at less than 50%, which sadly isn't going to happen because our team build here is comprised of 3 healers, so it's good. We've got to be in a very rough spot if that effect is proccing. We're running 4-piece Crimson Witch. Now the reason why I'm running 4-piece Crimson Witch is because, as you can tell by the stats and the weapon, I built her as a main DPS, not as a healer, but as a main DPS. And so we're getting increased pyro damage in general, which is nice. And on top of that, we are getting an overload bonus. So we get the reaction bonus, and then we get the extra pyro damage bonus. So it works out pretty well. It's pretty simple. And because of the recently added effect, you can see that most people build her as a healer. They put a Song of Days Past. I'm not reading all that. You're insane if you think I'm going to read all that, especially just for a little bit of the video. But they play this on her. They play her as a healer, as like a part of support. And if you look at it's a HP. It's all healing and healing bonus, but HP is better. We have her at C4. C5 is obviously really good, and C6 gives you some extra damage and whatnot. But the main thing you need to make this build work is C4, and that's because when you use her burst, or her skill, which is her musket fire, the musket fire, it won't take. It will have an instant cooldown. So instead of having it, typically has 15 seconds, but when you use her burst, you can fire her skill 3 times without a cooldown. So you can become like Clint Eastwood, the cowboy, the nameless cowboy. It's bang, and then it has a bunch of like little bombs that spawn in, and so on. You hit for like a decent amount of damage, and the bombs hit for like an okay amount of damage, and all that adds up to some really good damage, especially times 3. So it's really nice. It makes it really fun, And then the quick fire, it feels so cool. It's a very enjoyable part. I hope you have her C4. Even if you don't want to build her, just try it out real quick. Just pause the video, load up the game, get her burst, and then just fire 3 times with the musket. Feels nice. And then for our talents, we have 7, 11, technically 8, and then 7. So normal attack doesn't really matter. I'm just very picky. Like if I see, like, even though you don't really need to level this at all, if I see it at a low number, I'm gonna feel insignificant. It's a very strange thing. And her skill, it's like I said, it's just the yeah, you can just tap it, fire, you can hold it, you can aim down the sights and everything. However, it's sadly automatic, like tracking, like what's the word, you know, it just finds its target, homing. So you don't get to hit crazy headshots from like who God knows where. So that sucks. But she would basically just be a bow character. It'd be a little strange if she could do that. So I can see why they made her have the homing effect on the hold. And then the overcharged ball, HP, and then her skill actually triggers her healing. So you get to spam it, get some healing. Surging bleed damage. So we'll read that. So Chevreuse quickly shoulders her musket and fires at her opponents, dealing AoE pyro damage. AoE hits everybody. For a short duration after she fires, she will continuously restore HP to your active character in the field and heals based off of HP. So we get a little extra HP, extra healing. So if you throw her in a team with not healers like I have, and you have to worry about that, you know, you can go for more of a healer build. When you hold, locking onto a target in her sights, fires a precise shot. If Chevreuse has an overcharged ball, then she will fire the overcharged ball instead, dealing greater pyro damage in a larger area. And she gains 1 overcharged ball every time a nearby character in the party triggers overloaded reaction. It can only have 1 at a time. And then she does Osea, which I don't really care about that, but she does it. And then her burst, Chevreuse fires an explosive grenade with her musket, and it explodes into like other shells. So she fires like a bomb, basically. Yeah, big bomb and then little bombs. Now for her Ascension talents, when all characters in the party are pyro and electric, and there's at least 1 of each, Chevreuse grants coordinated tactics, which when overload is triggered, it lowers your enemy's pyro and electric resistance. So you can run her in electro DPS, pyro DPS teams, and she supports them both equally. You can even run them in like dual DPS, and she can support both of them extremely well, because it decreases by 40% for 6 seconds. And then her second Ascension talent, after Chevreuse fires an overcharged ball using her skill, nearby pyro and electric characters gain 1% increased attack for every 1,000 HP she has. So because I have 24,000, they get 24% attack bonus, which is nice. This one really really pushes for the healer, like HP healer build. That's why a lot of people play the you get the healing support, and you get the damage support, you get the attack boost. She's such a well-rounded support character, but we're not doing that. It's too boring. It's not quite enough. So typically that's how I would end things off, but you guys have been saying that you guys want damage showcases, so I'm going to show you how I run this team. And before you ask, I have Shinobu instead of Kujo Sara, because my Kujo Sara has 4-piece Noblesse, and so does my Bennett, so there's no point running them both, especially since Kujo Sara is basically just going to help out our Raiden Shogun, which is a good thing. You know, she's going to be very, very powerful, and you basically always want to run the 2 of them together. But I went with Shinobu for the extra extra damage boost on her Millilith, and Bennett, because he's the greatest fire support that has ever existed on the earth. Increasing damage for everybody, getting some pyro out there for reactions, and Shinobu just getting our attack boost. So we get this double attack boost on Cookie's skill, Cookie's skill, which is always going to be up. Bennett's burst, which we're going to get his burst so fast that it doesn't even matter. Honestly, the cooldown will get in the way. That's how fast we're going to get his burst. We have Raiden Shogun for extreme damage, and then Chevreuse for good damage, as well as a very fun time. You know, we get to spam the little shots and everything. We get to watch everything explode. And because she has the Osea, which I don't really care for, but it's useful against some enemies in Fontaine, this is a pretty solid team. You could even, and like I said, you could replace Shinobu for Kujosara. You could replace Bennett for like Yoimiya, and play Chevreuse as a strictly support character. There's so many options to vary this team, but you always want to have Raiden Shogun and Chevreuse. So today we have our friend Masanori, and I have to build up a little bit of burst, but he's going to help us out regardless, because he's a great guy. So we're going to start off with Raiden Shogun's skill, Bennett's skill, we get some overload, dodges attack, the cookies, and you got to be really weary of her skill, because it takes 15 seconds to recharge. To do that. So we're gonna Bennett, reapply this, and then we're gonna use our burst. See that 53, and then so many explosions. 52, so many explosions. 54, and 18. That one didn't crit. We also didn't get the overload and whatnot. So you see the little bullet on her left. That is the overcharged thing I was talking about. Yeah, so you see the little grenades that pop down. We're just gonna let's show them. So that's typically how I use the team. And once you switch to Shogun and you get all that damage in, and you're spamming her normal attack, essentially everyone's burst, everyone's cooldowns are gonna be all nice and reset and fine. And at some point you would use Koki's burst just to add to Shogun's counter, and yeah, and just build it up some more for more damage. And I think that's everything. I think that's everything to mention. Yeah, it's pretty much it. It's very simple. It's almost brain dead, but not quite, because you gotta. There's no shields or anything. You have 3 healers. You're never gonna die unless they have a one-shot kill. You're never gonna die. Your HP is gonna be. Everyone's HP is going to be so high, and Cookie's is always going to be low, but it doesn't matter because she is Constellation 6, so she's never going to die, essentially. Oh, and my Shogun is actually C6, and one of these is C4. Yeah, when her burst runs out, she gives an attack bonus. So I could actually, if it's a really strong enemy, like in the Spiral Abyss, then I could actually use her burst, and then do Chevreuse's stuff. Because I'll have even more buffs and get even more damage. I mentioned alternate artifacts. I didn't mention the alternate weapons. If you're not gonna run the Staff of Homa, I'm not really sure what else you would want to run. Because something like the Primordial Jade Spear, it's like alright, but you just don't get enough crit rate, and you need a lot of stats. She's a 4-star character, so you've got to have some really good stuff. And the Scarlet Sands is like, you get a lot of crit rate, but then you get all this elemental mastery stuff. So then you have to kind of switch up your build a little bit, because now you want to go for elemental mastery and crits and overload. It just becomes way too complex when you start doing stuff like that. Because every artifact has got to be perfect, but that's not a bad route to go, since you are doing a bunch of boom damage and whatnot. But for healers, Oh, the catch is also a really solid choice. Oh, no, never mind. It's only elemental burst. I apologize. I thought it was skill as well. There's no HP. Wow, there's no HP. Pole arms. I think there is a craftable one. I could be wrong. I think that's what they're running on here. It could be like a Fontaine craftable one. But yeah, I don't think I showed my artifacts. This is a pretty solid one. This is another pretty solid one. This one's okay, but like Crimson Witch is like, it's like impossible. Oh, this one's insane. This one, absolutely wild. I knew I remembered I wanted to show off her artifacts because this one, but these are just okay. Like these I can possibly get good ones, but like I don't know what it is about Crimson Witch. It's like impossible to get something that's like good. I don't know why. It's just like the hardest set in the game. It's so difficult. Other than that hat. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have any friends who are haters, don't think Chevreuse is good, you send them this video and they go, man, that guy with the great voice. He's made such a great point. And yeah, make sure you guys leave a comment, leave some feedback. If you guys want me to go back and upload some damage showcase for other characters that I've done, let me know. And thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and make sure you check out the next video that pops up on your screen. One last thing I forgot to mention: if you are struggling with character builds, you're struggling with playing, grinding domains, fighting bosses, fighting weekly bosses, any kind of issue you have in Genshin Impact, you can actually find me on ePal, and I'll have the link in the description, and you can hire me to personally help you and play with you, give you advice, character building, all that good stuff, and even absolutely carry you in domains and boss fights and whatnot. All that can be found in the description below. There's a link to my ePal. You can make an account, sign up, hire me there, and we can play together if that is what you need. So make sure you guys check that out in the link down below.